Hello and welcome to our Project Quality Management Plan presentation. We are Team 3 and the members of our team are Judy, Diane, Maria, Fernando, and Simon. Purpose of the Project Quality Management Plan. The main purpose of the Project Quality Management Plan is to plan, monitor, and control the quality standards for the materials that will be delivered for the project. For in this case, the project is to assemble a Price playground. And it's very important that all the sets of the swings, the slides, the stairs have certain levels of quality to ensure that the playground will be safe and that it will last for a very long period or for the time that the project manager and the sponsor and the team is expecting the playground to last. For this purpose, we will create policies, procedures, criteria of areas of application and roles and responsibilities that will be detailed, documented in the project management plan to be followed.
For the project quality team, we have five different roles, namely the project manager, project coordinator, team lead, design quality engineer, and quality assurance personnel. The role of the project manager is for quality mentoring and coaching, while the project coordinator is assigned to maintain document procedures and data that relate to quality assurance for the construction of the playground. Moreover, the team lead's part is to keep track and audit quality. Next, we have the design quality engineer who will work with engineering and manufacturing functions to ensure quality standards are in place. Lastly, we have the quality assurance personnel who will monitor and ensure that quality is built into every element of the project. In addition, we will be using different tools to measure project quality and level of conformance to define quality metrics. We will use graphs, namely line, bar, and circle graph, to easily analyze data visually. We will use checklists as well in order to ensure the systematic progress of the project. Thirdly, we will use a check sheets to analyze data for corrective and preventive actions. And lastly, we will conduct a survey to determine insights on customer satisfaction after the completion of the project.
Quality standard relevant. We have three relevant points. Two of them manufacturing safety standard and one of the installation standard. The first two ensure the requirement quality of the equipment necessary for the project. APMA, International Association of Manufacturer Play Equipment Certification, and ASTM F 1487. These specify the safety consideration, performance criteria, and test methods for the different structure required for the playground. The last mentioned is the installation standard, which is based on the compliance with the Ontario Build Code. Build Code at 1992. This code specifies the minimum standard of construction, regulate the development and this facilitate and establish detailed technical requirements. Quality metric and measure appropriate the project process standard. We are going to use the metric obtained from the performance of control schedule, execution objective, and file frequency. The file frequency, this is associated with the quality of the acquisition. And we will evaluate the different percent variation with the respect to the approved budget. Regulatory compliance and requirement. The playground must comply with the local build and safety code. Additionally, it must pass the quality and established standard, and finally the product must be certified by APMA and verified the meet Canadian standard. As a criteria for the project deliverable, the playground will be ready for launch on the project scope deadline. All play equipment must meet safety standards, and play equipment must be of good quality and have a minimum 3 years of warranty. Develop a plan and measure quality. The plan to measure project quality will be based on the use of three quality management tools that are line graph, bar graph, and circle graph. The data will be along us the evaluate the developed projection of our project using the estimate planning data. We'll be using the line graph. Here we will evaluate the estimate cost in relation to the budget and see the performance. In the example, we see how the cost planning remain below the budget. The evaluation of the graph was estimated during the 3 months of the project. Bar graph. We will be using our bar graph to measure the quality of the project cost performance. In the bar graph, we can see how the planning costs are performing within the budget. And finally, we show our circle graph. We will show the result of the initial survey of the project, where we asked a Scarborough community if they support the quality raised by the project, and they got a 90% support. It is necessary to mention that our data collection methods are going to be the check sheet, the checklist, and survey. Two surveys will be carried out, and the initial one that we use for the circle graph, and one at the end of the project to measure the situation of the final product delivered. To conclude the plan, document time frame for the measure and the metric reporting are. During the report, quality evaluation of the material that are automatically received will be carried out to the granted the quality of the project supply product. The project budget will be receiving weekly measure of the established metric and quality acceptance survey of the process requirement, and one at the end of the project will be carried out in order to measure the satisfaction of the project competition. It, each inspection activity carried out, the construction representative of the City of Toronto will be produced at a detailed report with the suggestion generated.
Manage quality. Analyze project quality data. The first step to find opportunities for improvement is to create a data quality dashboard. By doing this assessment and dashboard of the results, we discovered that there's a 60% scale in consistency, 80% in completeness, and 90% in timeliness of the data that we gathered. So here we find a 40% area of improvement in consistency, a 20% area of improvement in completeness, and a 10% area of improvement in timeliness. To improve and to increase the percentages of the data quality, we consider that the best practices are to assess and select adequate suppliers, to talk about the concept of durability and establish a common ground with suppliers about what this important concept means, and follow policies and procedures established in the project management plan.
Hello everyone, thanks Maria. I am Judy Cardona. I'm going to explain the quality insurance plans. But first of all, I would like to remember the concept of quality insurance. Quality insurance is a sub-process within management quality. We has the set of defined activities that provide confidence to the stakeholders that the final product will conform to their needs, expectations, and requirements. As we can see in this slide, we have defined insurance activities related to the deliverables. Our insurance activities is audits that include checklists, regulatory compliance requirements, checklists, design specification requirements given us by our client Fisher Price, and the cheat sheet to document non-conformities. The first two audits is going to be done by the project coordinator in two different states. The first is he is going to be focused in the sand and grass floor in July 1, and the second in July 15 focused in 15 square feet educational carpet area. Our third audit is in August 1 by team leader, quality insurance personnel, a design quality engineer. Our checklist, we will have a checklist for each one of the deliverables are the same for regulatory compliance at design specification. And also, we will do a survey to determine customer satisfaction. Thank you so much.
Now, let's talk about the quality control of the project. In order to assemble the Fisher Price Playground project, it is necessary to meet with all construction standards in addition to passing all quality inspection checklists, acceptance criteria, and regulation required by the Government of Canada. To ensure a successful quality control, the project was separated into three phases of the construction process. Phase 1, the pre-installation phase or planning. In this phase starts at the beginning of each major scope of work. During this phase, we will conduct pre-installation meetings with the design team, the project sponsor, the project management team, and anyone else involved with the project. This meeting includes playground drawing review, detailed schedule review, coordination with existing conditions. Phase 2, the installation phase or construction. In this phase, we will always be supervised at the beginning of construction to ensure that it meets the contract requirement and the parameters established during the pre-installation phase. To verify that all aspects of the job meet our quality control guidelines, we may create mock-ups and examples, coordinate with the proper inspection agencies, implement early review by design team members. And the last phase, the phase 3, called the follow-up phase or review, is a series of weekly check-ins that we conduct until the Fisher Price Playground project is complete. We use this weekly report to create a quality control checklist to record and document the process and compliance of the work put in place. To ensure that the implementation of this is in a correct way, we will apply continuous inspection, evaluation, data collection, feedback, and deficiency monitoring. Now let's continue with standard certification. In order to obtain the quality certificate that IPEMA and the Canadian Standard Association ACA require as a standard to operate and maintain the safest possible playground in Canada, the following list is an example of the checklist inspection that must be met to obtain this quality certificate. You can see all the inspection checklists on the CSA website attached on this slide. Here is the end of our presentation. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any question, we are excited to answer them. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye.